Hello everyone, welcome to the new series of Drishti IAS. I am Ritu and today we are going to discuss an important topic. The title of today's topic is what is the debate and controversy around Delhi Services Bill, and this topic is important from GS2 perspective, which is polity. So before moving to the points of discussion, first of all we will have a background check about the Delhi Services Bill. So we all know that in the month of May, Supreme Court has granted permission to the elected government of Delhi that you can have control over many areas including the bureaucracy, but you cannot have control over the police, land and public order of the Delhi. And after that, what happened that central government has issued an ordinance, and the ordinance says that the elected government has to take recommendation from the LG over the appointment of civil servant in the national capital Delhi. So this is the news, and we will discuss in detail in the further slide. Moving to the points of discussion, first of all we will discuss the news, that why and what is the relevance of this news and about Delhi Services Bill, because this lecture is about the Delhi Services Bill. And after that we will discuss the select committee because controversy has erupted over this select committee, and we will also discuss that what are the procedure and in which manner these members are appointed for the select committee. After that we will also discuss that in which manner this committee works, and we will also discuss that what exactly they do. It means select committee do. After that, we will also discuss the practice question for prelims and mains. Moving to the next slide, which is news. So on 7th of August 2023, we all know that Rajya Sabha has passed the Delhi Services Bill. And there are so many controversy erupted over this bill, and so many political leaders said that this is a very bad political move by the ruling political party, which is BJP. And AAP is also saying that BJP wants to interfere each and every matter of the Delhi. So this is the problem with the BJP, and who is saying that? AAP is saying, and other opposition members are also saying this. And the India, who is against the BJP and NDA alliance, they are also saying that it is snatching the autonomy of the Delhi government. So this is the news, and we will also discuss about the select committee in the Rajya Sabha and what is the controversy related over this. So what happened that few members of the select committee had said that our names are recommended in the committee but our consent is not taken there, and among those members there were 3 members from the BJP and 1 member from the BJD. So they all are allaying that our consultation was not necessary and our consent has been not taken. On the other hand, AAP has said that the consent has been taken and signatures are not required for any select committee, and BJP is spreading rumor about this thing. So this is the controversy about the select committee. From exam perspective, we will discuss and we will focus on the select committee and its procedure. We should not focus on what is the controversy and what is the news and these kind of things are going in the market or in the mainstream media. We have to focus on the select committee, which is very important from our exam perspective. Moving to the next slide, which is about Delhi Services Bill. So we all know that this bill has been passed both in the Lok Sabha and the Rajya Sabha. And after the president will give its accent on the bill, then the bill will become the act. So this is the brief about the Delhi Services Bill and what are the ingredients and nitties-gritties of the bill. So the bill gives the central government control over the appointment, transfer and posting of all the bureaucrats. So we already have discussed that Supreme Court has said that this power belongs to the elected government, but this bill has the provision that this power will belong to the LG. And what is the second thing we are going to discuss? The second thing is that the central government the power to create new posts and abolish existing posts. It means that their appointment, the new appointment, the existing appointment, all based on the central government and also in the hands of the LG. And it snatches the autonomy of the Delhi government. And the third thing, it says that there will have a joint selection committee, and the joint committee will decide that who will be appointed. And among all the joint committees, half of the members belong to the central government and half of the members belong to the Delhi government. So the ruling political party is saying that we are not totally ignoring the Delhi government. We are also taking care of the Delhi government mandate also. So this is the saying of the ruling political party, which is BJP. And what is the discretionary power given to the Lieutenant Governor of Delhi? That he will have a discretionary power in terms of the National Capital Civil Service Authority. It means that whatever the bureaucrats, IAS, IRS, IPS will be appointed in Delhi government, it will be with the consent of the LG. So this is the nitties-gritties of the Delhi Services Bill. Moving to the next slide. So next slide is about what is select committee, because the controversy erupted over select committee. So currently we have 12 standing committees in the parliament, and they are permanent in nature, and select committee are temporary in nature, which has been created for a particular kind of purpose. And this select committee has been created to debate and think over the issue of Delhi Services Bill. And who has taken the move for this thing? So the Rajya Sabha member Raghav Chadha has taken this move for creation of this committee. So we all know that this committee has been created for a particular purpose, and this committee's purpose is to debate and think over the Delhi Services Bill. And what are the other provision of this select committee? So there can be also a joint venture of the select committee. It means that not only Rajya Sabha member can be the part of the select committee, also the member from the Lok Sabha can also become the part of this select committee. And what are the other provisions we have? That any MP and any private member can also move this kind of the select committee. Moving to the next slide, which is related to that, how the members of the select committee are elected or selected. So they are selected basically. So we all know that this committee has been created for the particular purpose, and the purpose is to debate over the Delhi Services Bill, that whether the autonomy of Delhi government is snatching away or not, whether central government is becoming autocratic in nature or not. So these kind of things we will discuss in the select committee. And what is the procedure of their selection? That any member of the parliament can become the part of the select committee, but there is a twist that their consent is mandatory here. And what is the debate we are discussing? That Amit Shah and so many BJP leaders are saying that their consent has been not taken for the select committee, but the AAP is saying that their consent has been taken. So this is the debate, but the rule of the Rajya Sabha says that consent is mandatory, and without the will of any of the member, this committee could not work. So this is the selection procedure. The second thing is that this can be also a joint venture, and in case of the joint committee, there is a proportion for the Lok Sabha and the proportion for the Rajya Sabha. And what is the proportion? So the proportion is 1:2, and the chairman of the committee is appointed by the chairman of the Rajya Sabha. It means the vice president of the India. Moving to the next slide, which is how does the select committee work? So for the functioning of the committee, at least 1/3 of the members are required to hold any kind of the meeting. And in case of any controversy or any of the equal votes of number, the chairman of the committee has a casting vote, that he can also vote in the positive and he can also vote in the negative. So he has the casting vote in this matter, like the speaker of the Lok Sabha. And what are the third things? That they can be also appoint subcommittee to examine a particular kind of point or particular spot and particular requirement. So there can also be a subcommittee. And they can also visit so many institutions, public places, schools, colleges, which are related to the bill and its function. So this is brief about that, how they work. Moving to the next slide. So what exactly does a select committee do? So their main job is to find out about the bill, and they will read the bills clause by clause, and they will also find that whatever the intention has been cited in the bill, whether it's actually fulfilling in nature or not. So this is the work of the bill. And they can also issue memoranda, and they can also take opinions of various experts related to the bill, and they can also visit so many public fields and public places to know about the bill and to fulfill the purpose and intention of the bill. And they can also create their own version of the bill, and they can submit to the chairperson of the committee, and the chairperson of the committee will table the bill version to the Rajya Sabha and to the respective houses, and they will discuss and debate over the bill, that whether the recommendation given by the committee is acceptable or not, and is it helpful, and its intention is helpful or not. So they can also discuss about such things. Moving to the next slide. So the next slide says that what happens once a select committee submits its report. So the nature of the committee is recommendatory in nature. It means that it's not binding in nature, and the central government and the parliament has authority that whether they will accept the suggestion or also they reject the suggestion. So this is recommendatory committee. Moving to the next slide, which is practice question for prelims. So the question is related to Delhi Service Bill. So the first statement is it puts inquiries suspension of officials in Delhi under the control of Delhi government. And the second thing is the lieutenant government will have sole discretion over National Capital Civil Service Authority. And the third statement is the bill has provision for joint selection committee. So we already have discussed all these 3 points. So you have to answer on the basis of that. Moving to the mains question. So the mains question is related to Delhi Service Bill only. So how Delhi Services Bill will impact the governance of the capital? So first of all, you have to give brief introduction of Delhi Services Bill. That it was passed on 7th August. And what are the nitties and gritties of the bill? That what is the stake of Delhi government in this? What is the stake of central government in this? So you have to briefly discuss about the bill. Moving to the main part of the question, they said that will impact the governance of the capital. So first of all, you have to discuss this, that how it will impact the governance of the capital. So here you can put the element of federalism, that union territories are under the jurisdiction of the central government, but it does not mean that, by passing such kind of bill, you can snatch the autonomy and freedom of any union territory. So these kind of things should be taken care of. On the other hand, whatever the government we have in Delhi, that is elected by the people, and if you can snatch all the powers from the Delhi government, then it will be not justice with the people, because they have elected a government with their full faith and they want their elected government to work for them. So in this manner, it will impact the Delhi government and their functioning. You can also point out the Baba Saheb Ambedkar views that federalism is a crucial point of any democracy, and without federalism, one cannot coexist. So here we have semi-federalism kind of thing, but it's better to establish cooperative federalism, and the central government should also listen to the Delhi government's demand, and the elected government should be respected at any cost. So you can write your answer in this manner, and in the conclusion you say that there are so many things which can be improved in this bill, and it should not look that central government is behaving in an autocratic manner. The rights of the Delhi people should not be snatched. So you can also write in this way. I hope you like this lecture. If you have any queries related to this lecture, kindly ask in the comment section. Thank you.